Lower it down.
Watch that, watch.
What are you doing live? Echoes in eternity!
This is the Titan Intercontinental Ballistic Missile. Its mission, deliver a payload to a designated spot on the Earth's surface some 5,500 nautical miles away. Its warhead could level an entire city. The lethal giant is boosted on its way by raw power.
It's Nick. How are we doing? We're at the other Titan. Not a bad day today. Found this before. Have a look at this. We've got warning lights. Green or clear. Yellow, caution, long siren. Proceeded to assigned location. 3 short sirens, blast test. So we normally do a lot of blast tests, a lot of warning testing. And this one over here, look at this, red, warning. Test imminent, stay clear. Pretty cool sign actually. This was found amongst the other rubble just over here before. So let me tell you where we are right now. We're at the, one of the launcher areas. The other Titan had 3 launcher areas. Each launcher area comprised of 3 different buildings. One being the other propellant terminal that basically housed the LOX tanks, the other liquid oxygen tanks. And then we also had the other 5-level equipment building. And then nestled between it in the middle was the missile silo. Right now, I'm standing on the portal doors of the missile silo. These doors, about 100-ton each. And these massive hydraulic actuators would open them up like this, and the missile would be raised from the bottom on an elevator. It was actually housed within a crib, and it'll take about 15 to 20 minutes to be raised to the surface level over here. And they'll normally do a lot of tests here, and red is basically when they're about to do a test, making sure that the entire, all the elevators and the actuators are working correctly. So right now, let's put that over there. The main focus for today right now is, the last couple of weeks, I've been transporting water to the facility. Water. We're not hooked up to the grid here when it comes to water. There are 2 deep wells. They're down in the power dome over here, and they're about 1,800 feet down into the aquifer. But I won't have access to the 2 water wells until probably another couple of months. There's a lot of asbestos in that particular zone, which will need to be removed prior to gaining access to the water wells. But the water, I mean, the allocation of water here is about 35 million gallons per year that I have access to as part of the other water rights. And that water is about, those wells lead about 1,800 feet down into the aquifer. And the unique system is, these water wells were built, the engineering is it's marvelous. They run on a pendulum system. So for example, if there's any atmospheric disturbances or any shock waves or any nuclear blast from any enemy or protagonist, for example, the entire the pumps leading down to the aquifer, it'll be based on a pendulum system over here. So they wouldn't break. It'll just swing alongside with the inertia and the momentum, for example. And that pendulum runs all the way down into the aquifer. And the aquifer is about 1,800 feet deep. So we don't have the case of flooding. But we do have water in the 3 launcher areas. Each launcher area will say about 1.5 million gallons of water. And you're thinking, well, is that groundwater communication? I'll tell you what it is. Most of the water is from the rain and from the snow. And 60 years of rainwater, I mean, we now have 1.5 million gallons in each launcher area. So collectively, about 4.5 million gallons. So thus far, I've been bringing in water, I've been trucking water in, about 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 gallons, about $500, for example. And been running a bunch of totes and getting access to the water, for example. So right now, the objective is at the equipment building over here. We've got the excavator lined up. It's about to rock up. It's a 50,000 pound excavator, and we're going to excavate about 25 feet deep to the rooftop axis of the equipment building. And we want to access a cylindrical disc which will allow us to open it up, and then we're going to place a whole bunch of hoses. And I just purchased a nice pump, and we've got it hooked up to the other transformer over here. We'll be able to like at least probably utilize the water in the missile silo. And like I said, about 1.5 million gallons, and I'm going to start draining it, which is phenomenal news too. So there you go, that's the plan. Let's get started. So obviously our dilemma's been access to water. But you know, here's the crazy thing. The irony is we've got about 4.5 million gallons underwater. So it's been the race about how to gain access to that particular water, for example. So I had the idea about digging to access the roof of the access portal of the equipment building in launcher area number 3. So we entrusted our work to Cowgirl Jess. Cowgirl is an absolute rock star. She's absolutely amazing on the big load excavators. So we just rocked in with a 50,000 pound excavator, and we dug 25 feet deep down, and we finally made it to the top of the equipment building in launcher area number 3. This dirt isn't just conventional dirt. I mean, we've gone through like multiple teeth on these buckets, on these massive excavators. This dirt is militarized dirt. Now, there's organic compounds that have been embedded with it. I mean, but the grit. This is tough dirt. Now, when you think about it, why would you have tough dirt? Well, first of all, there's 20 feet of earth above the actual structure. That structure is about 4 to 5 foot thick. Okay. Now, most nuclear bombs back in the day in the 60s during the Cold War, they were all airburst. Airburst basically means that the missile, the warhead would be detonated. The warhead would be detonated about 1,000 feet in the atmosphere over here, which means as an airburst, you still need to protect the integrity of any above ground structures or any underground structures, for example, over here. But this dirt was designed and basically formulated. I mean, you can see here, this is militarized, this is fortified dirt over here. It was built to protect the structures underground, and no structures underground. I mean, they have inner shells and outer shells. In other words, they've got their own shock absorber system. They're all suspended on massive springs. So you can have a direct nuclear strike above ground here, as an airburst, for example, and underground, you will not even feel it. I mean, you'll be totally oblivious to any turmoil or any calamity above ground, for example, over here. So once again, not only that, we're dealing with fortified, militarized dirt. This thing's like concrete. Look at this. It's actually dirt, but it feels like concrete. So we finally gained entry to the access portal of the equipment building in launcher area number 3. Stay there.
Yep, there it is. You can see it from up top here. All right, ready? It's coming down.
Is there any more? What are you doing live? Echoes in eternity.
He's being productive.
Stop, dude. Stop. Get away. Go. Go.
Yeah, so that's the circle that I was telling you about.
Yeah, so you took this one off. So this is the way down. You guys pull that all out, yeah?
Well, he's gonna try to get your water out of there.
Yeah, I have to, but I can't get it out the other way.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
You're done. You're done. We'll have every bone crushed dirt if we have.
Yeah, I'll just go right there.
None of it's fucking safe.
Hey, I like those headphones.
I did not dig it for safety at all. And the excavator.
At least we know the circle's here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Let's go, Jesse.
I'm so happy to see this right now.
That's our plan for circle, man.
That's so tight.
Let's go.
But enough, but what are we going to replace it with? Because if we get a rain coming in,
I'm not saying to press, hydraulic press, to press it up, the way they pick up houses.
How are you gonna get the press down in there?
That's what I was saying.
well, here's the thing. When it was decommissioned, this is what they did. They opened it up, they took out equipment, they capped it, applied resin, and then they backfilled it. So what we're doing, what they did is 65.
With what did they open it?
I imagine something far more powerful than this. So we finally gained entry to the access portal of the equipment building in launcher area number 3 over here. We tried over and over again in with the 50,000 pound excavator and Jess, but we were unable to pry it open over here. I mean, we were unsuccessful. We failed at this particular attempt over here. I mean, we snapped every chain imaginable. So plan B was get our engineers and welders communicating, and we basically built some plates that could be welded onto the cylindrical disc, and these will have lifting eyes. So we got even thicker chains, new chains, and very powerful chains, and we used our military loader on site. Roger that. The back wheels of the loader are in the air. Exit said it's moving.
You're getting more power pulling than you are lifting.
Keep going back and forth. It's coming up. And once again, we were unsuccessful. Even look at this. Even the back tires of the military loader was about 1 meter up in the air. We just could not get this lid to budge. We just could not pry it open. And we have our precious cargo still underground, that vital water that we require.
The alien
That's it. The picture's gone. No fucking way. Okay, so we have something to explore.
You can see the oh shit, you can see the shocks too right there.
What's that?
David sleeping?
He's still on his way.
David?
Yeah,
From where?
I think he went to the doctor's, but he's on his way. Yeah, this is fucking awesome. It's a great find.
Yep.
See the ladder over here?
Yeah, it's right here.
Yep.
Right under here.
You think this is gonna come off there?
We'll soon find out. Because how else to get to the ladder? I mean, there's a ladder just there. I don't think, why would they put the entire thing to get to a ladder when you just open up a small little portal like this? What do you think?
I would think that it would just lift that too. You can kind of see a little bit of a break as well.
Go swimming? You guys wanna go swimming?
Oh.
Lower you in for the
First time exactly.
higher feet.
Yeah. That's a great choice of me. You just fucking shut the lid.
right.
Timer at the ankle.
I like the hot fucking thing I did that.
Right. That ceiling, dude, it was there. It was there. There it is. Let's take a
It's
look.
a fucking bath plug.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yep. There's a. Oh, fuck yes. Where's the Big Bang?
It's just like sitting on there. Stay.
So sick.
There's less water in this one.
Give me some light over here. Yep.
There.
Shine down this way. Right there. Yeah, there's water. Yep. There's water in there.
That's clean out.
It's actually higher over here, Nick.
Is it?
Yeah, it's right there. Because the other one's way down.
Okay.
Yeah, the other one you can. Yeah, that's clean ass water, bro.
Oh,
Fuck, I'm gonna get water tonight. Shoot.
I'm gonna go swimming.
Shoot.
Right?
Lower me in.
Sure.
Yeah, where's that?
Dude,
Keep it on
go
him
down.
if you can.
I'll keep it down.
Yeah! Oh boy!
Crystal
It's always been my dream.
crystal clear water. Like
Yeah.
Calgon, right?
Solid?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's gonna break off.
That's just clean water, bro.
Hell yeah.
Oh wow, dude, it goes down at least enough. Hold on.
That's about 6 meters.
So
I think it's a total of 65 feet,
Jesus.
which will probably give us, that's probably about 30 feet below you. Yeah.
Yes. We found gold.
Never trust hydraulics.
There's a second, I know, dude, I was like a member. I got a second chain down there too, so,
You hear that?
yeah.
Never trust hydraulics. I mean,
Yeah, dude, that goes down there deep, bro. There's another ladder.
Another ladder?
Another ladder.
It's crazy.
So you're right.
Yeah.
So that goes down on another one.
Yeah, this.
Where's the other ladder? Which side?
It's on the other side, right?
No, it's still
So
spotted.
how do you get down to the other side? I mean,
I don't know.
is it warm down there?
Yeah,
It feels great, yeah.
Oh, like,
I like it a lot.
yeah, I like it at all.
That's on the side, that is on the side.
Light a match, see if it's still active.
That's crystal clear. I'd swim in it. I'd jump in this one too, just for the shits and gigs.
Taste it.
Taste it? No, I'm good. Yeah, dude, that's clean water.
That's
So,
good.
How far do you think that is?
you know what?
That's a good sign, David.
Great side.
And then this doesn't access to your facility?
No, these are separate.
Yeah.
And neither of these connect to each other, the two silos. These are independent.
So,
But my point is, what a fucking great mechanical
this is
room.
only like a,
It's 8 foot in diameter, about 65 feet deep.
Yeah, but the
once it's
thickness-
scrapped, it'll make a great mechanical room.
yeah, right?
Hey man, I'm starting to claim apartments in this bitch.
What's that?
The first person in it gets it.
Is your apartment?
No, I want my silo like I said.
Okay, let's close the lid. Pick you up in the morning, buddy, okay? Dude, what a horror show that'll be, wouldn't it?
Pushing on the skin, or else it gets the hose again.
Hey,
Put the fucking dog in the basket and send the dog.
Put the lotion on the skin.
Yeah, it's nice and warm down there though.
Oh, yeah.
dude, what a fucking great score.
It's only 12 feet down there. Cool.
Is that chain long enough?
I'm gonna start my research project tomorrow. I'm gonna put it into the state. Hold on, hold on.
Push it in, man. It's stuck on the rails, man. Push it over.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go down before it or it's gonna keep getting stuck. Just go like this thing. Stop!
I would say use the fucking chain on this.
As soon as the weight's on it, it's not gonna move. Okay, hold on. Tell her hold up. I'm gonna go down there.
Stop.
Where'd that flashlight I had go?
Okay,
This one?
stop.
No, I have another
Ready?
one. My nice one, but... Hold on.
Just watch this then. And cut across the other side and I'll bring it down.
As
Okay. 1 second. Lower it down.
Keep going.
Down. With all the action, with the remediation and the abatement on one side of the complex, on the other side of the complex, we're having a lot of fun. I mean, we've been swimming in our own swimming pool. That is the Missile Solo. With 8.5 pH alkalized water. Our swimming pool is 130 feet deep. We've just been jumping in. Mind you, it's incredibly cold, but a lot of fun, right?
Cowabunga, dude.
Yeah, go, baby, go! That's my dog!
Dave, I think the best is working up these. Says up here on the left. That's probably the best way to work up.
If you're already getting wet, you might as well.
Hey, if you're going to fall back, we've got water. Treat the water to turn away. One big bucket these days.
How you feel, bro?
Great.
So amongst the other manic mayhem and the playground and the blue gold and what have you, something outside the complex, a weather pattern, something sinister, something ominous was happening.